right, Mijo, get in.
What the f*** do you want?
Huggie, come on, get in.
All right, I'm here.
All right, check it out.
This stays in this room, it doesn't leave these doors. Close that shit and let's get to the report. There's nothing that we don't ignore. No. Yep, refresh the page to get the contrast. Check this out on the road or in a bubble bath. Take your brain down a weird path. This stays in this room podcast.
I wasn't nominated for a Grammy for that one, which I'm bummed about.
Question about that song. Do you think we could shorten it a bit?
You want me to shorten it? You got to come on the podcast like that and say like, that's my favorite part. We should make a new one. We're gonna make a new one.
I have some audio of Craig Robinson saying.
Okay, is the audio of you talking to Craig Robinson?
The audio, it's a drop. It says, "This is Craig Robinson. You're listening to the Stays in the Stream podcast. Take your panties off." I think that needs to be in our song.
Yeah, bro. Well, you can do production too. Jesus Christ.
See?
He wants it shorter. He wants drops. He's a regular old fucking podcasting programmer.
He's a diva.
Damn, dude. Why don't you have the Craig Robinson in your little button bar?
It was at one point.
It's gone now.
It's gone. It's gone.
You don't
I
got
almost
it no
had a
more.
heart attack this morning. I got on Twitter and Betty White was trending. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she died. But it's just her birthday.
She ain't gonna fucking die, dude.
No.
She's got that
97.
Keith Richards syndrome.
She's 97, right?
Keith Richards got her syndrome. She's
Yeah.
97.
97, bro. She's so close to 100.
She is the golden girl.
How many are left? Just her?
I think
I
there's.
think Blanche has got right.
I never watched the
never
show.
seen an episode.
What? My grandma used to watch it all the time, and I'm like, I know where you get your personality from, and it's from the Golden Girls, grandma. They're catty towards each other.
Two of them hated each other.
In real life? IRL?
Mm-hmm.
What's your IRL?
ASL?
She's the only one left.
Well, damn. Happy birthday, Betty White.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I remember they
Betty.
threw her, was it the 90th birthday? They threw her a party on like TV. and shit.
Was it like a roast?
Yeah.
Were they like roasted?
Was
her?
it the roast of Betty White?
Maybe.
It might have been.
Like a pot
'cause-
roast out of her?
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Talking about, don't
She,
be talking about Betty White's beef. All right? That's not nice.
Her beef?
Yeah.
Damn.
you say?
We
She's
could've
from
took that
Illinois.
song.
Hell yeah, she is. She looks
We're
like
at
an
Oak
Illinois.
Park.
You know how you could,
how far is Oak Park from you?
not far. Half hour. You know how you can tell she's from Illinois? She's got that little white afro.
Every grandma in the history of grandmas has that little
Prove
white
it.
afro.
Prove it.
Google
Prove it.
grandma.
Is Bob Ross? So is
Prove
Bob
it.
Ross
Only
from Illinois?
Illinoisans grandma get the, yeah, Bob Ross is also a grandma from Illinois.
If you are a grandma listening to this show and you don't have an afro, send us a photo.
Grandmas don't even know what podcast means.
Bob Ross is from Florida.
If your
Damn.
grandma does not have an afro,
Thanks for that tidbit.
Bob Ross is from Florida?
Yeah.
The land of the happy little trees?
Damn, dude, what if, I read this meme the other day and I talked about it on the radio. What if Bob Ross's landscape paintings were actually where he buried his bodies and he was a serial killer?
I like that for a Netflix series.
Plot twist.
Dude, Bob roasting.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, son, damn.
So what about Betty White? Do we got some fun facts on her or what?
No, we ain't got no fun facts except for she's hot.
Was she hot?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, back when she was like in her
Back in the day,
20,
she was a Betty.
Hold on.
Look up old Betty White photos.
Uh,
She looked like Marilyn Monroe.
I'm going to
at
type
one
in
point.
young Betty White. Oh, okay.
Young. Y-U-N-G?
Okay.
Did you spell Y-U-N-G? Because that probably pictures won't come up of her then.
No.
Young.
young Betty White.
Young.
Oh, yeah, she was hot. Ish. Yes.
Clay's got, how do you like old ladies? How do you not like Betty White right now?
No, we already
Is
talked
that
about
the
this.
threshold?
My cutoff is way before 90 for sure.
Ain't nothing working down there with Betty White right now. But happy birthday to Betty White. I don't give a fuck about Betty White.
Nobody's seen her in
anymore.
a couple years.
Yeah, well, it's probably because she's hiding out till she turns 100. That's impressive. She would be the oldest star ever.
Oh, she's got some thoughty photos on here.
Clay, you can't see it because the camera's pointing right at his head, but he's making a puddle. He's making a puddle right now. All right, fuck Betty White for a second. I love you, Betty White. You're awesome. But I want to hear about this stupid-ass story that you guys keep talking about because I need to hear it.
Mijo, do you want to intro
Mijo
this?
never
'Cause
comes in and is like, yo, I got a story. We show prepped this whole show for 5 seconds. And Mijo was like, yeah, we can do all that, but I got a story. And now they won't tell me what it is. They say they got a fucking phone call.
But hold on, before you start this story, every time that you say the word like, I'm gonna give you one of these. Damn it. Just to keep account.
Okay.
Why? Do you think he says like a lot?
I do say
Pay
like
attention
a lot.
to it now.
Damn, dude, you're gonna ruin Mijo for me. You're gonna ruin Mijo for me. I was hanging, dude. This is the stupidest word to use.
What, like?
Yeah, well, it's just annoying almost.
It's a
because
pause.
For a while there. Well, for one time, I went and was making tunes, and my buddy's roommate was fucking wasted, and he was just like, "Yep, like," and then you do that, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying because you put one word between every fucking sentence. Like every word is like totally like, but like.
It's a pause.
I was watching fucking Ellen DeGeneres is stupid, or I like Ellen DeGeneres. She's got a new Netflix series or whatever, a new comedy special, and she said after everything, like and I was like, I can't watch this. I love you, Ellen, but dude, you got to go back to practice. And
Everyone's
not say,
verbal crutches are funny.
Shit, dude. Okay, so now I'm gonna be ruined by Mijo. I'm never gonna talk to him.
Anytime you hear
again.
this,
Okay. I'm going to try
all right, so
really
start
hard.
from the beginning.
Holy shit! Now I don't even want to hear the story.
And it's over.
And just remember,
Yes.
just a little prequel here. Let's change the names and locations and timeline to
You know it's gonna
preserve
be from
anyone's
Boise,
identity,
Idaho. Sorry.
so we don't get in trouble.
So while I was in one of the cities I lived in,
In my life, you can be a little bit more detailed than that.
Oh shit!
during my tenure in Boise, there was a female that I got into contact with, and she ended up coming over. We hooked up. We hung out for a little bit. We talked, and I ended up moving away, and we kept talking, and I would go back and visit Boise, and we would like meet up.
Oh shit!
And hold on.
This is I can't do it. I was waiting for the bell.
So
He's trying to
I haven't talked to her in like 2 years.
That wasn't necessary. Like, I mean, not really. You didn't have to say like there. Anyway, go ahead.
You're an
Talk to her.
asshole.
You're an asshole. All right,
Go ahead.
continue. Sorry.
And so I haven't talked to her in 2 years, and over the last year and a half, I've been getting calls from Nampa,
Nampa?
which is
Size
the next. It's
Nampa,
like
Idaho.
Gresham.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah.
okay.
It's a neighboring city.
outside of Boise.
Got it.
And I've never answered it. I keep getting voicemails, and they're like, "Please call us back." And finally, I was with you yesterday in the studio, and I got the call. Or you weren't there when I got the call, but I finally got the voicemail
Mm-hmm.
about 30 minutes later, and I was like, "Should I call it?" And
Now he's even catching himself. This is
yeah,
crazy.
what the hell? Fuck. And so
Family show.
we called it, and this is what transpired.
Just listed you as someone who could relay a message, and we haven't been able to get in touch with her. Do you know if she's doing okay?
I haven't spoken to her in probably like a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you giving me a call back and letting me know.
What is this in regards? This is like her therapist, or?
No, this is finance. We do taxes and loans here.
Okay, so am I on her credit report? Like, am I being affected by whatever she's dealing with?
No.
Okay.
She just said you were someone who could relay a message if necessary.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to her in, maybe a year or two, so.
Okay. Well, again, I appreciate you giving me a call back, and I will make sure to get that notated, okay?
All right.
All right. You have a good night.
And I was stuttering because Clay was like, keep going. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And so I just find it
But
fascinating.
What are you dealing with though? Like I didn't understand. So it wasn't a therapist.
So I'm part of this girl's like backup plan. Can you stop? Fuck. I was part of this girl's backup plan for her like credit report, and so I'm like was concerned that I kept getting these calls, and I felt like if I avoided it, nothing would happen. And thankfully, nothing is happening. But I just find it strange that this chick that I messed around with put me up as her like backup for her finances.
Was it a loan that you took out? Are you guys fucking with
No.
I swear to God, no.
No.
He's over here fucking
I'm
laughing.
only
but he's
laughing
waiting.
because I've skipped the button like 5 times because Mijo's getting mad.
Yeah.
So was
which
it a
is,
loan, like a short-term loan?
I don't
credit
know
loan?
anything about what she's doing. I just find it
Basically, she put him as like,
an emergency contact, and
yeah.
I messed with her once or twice. That's fucking fucked up, for one.
You give the ladies the love. You give the ladies such love that they put you on their credit, dude. Holy shit. We were talking about millionaires last year. You do this 5-6 times, guess what's going to happen to you? Millionaire.
Yeah.
So, do you still have this girl's number?
Yes.
We should call her.
You should call her and be like, hey, so-and-so loans are looking for you.
The thing is, every now and then, like, she will hit me up, and I'll be like, we'll talk, and then I'll hit her up like the next day. And
Do I
like,
know her?
No.
We're going to talk after this. Because I know you don't want to tell me who it is.
I don't think you know her.
Because the weird thing is, the same thing's been happening to me. No, dog, this ain't fucking happening to me. That's crazy, dude.
Now I'll play you the voicemail when we're done with this.
So nothing is good. With,
no, my
everything's cool with your
credit's
credit.
good. I think it's fucked up.
Yeah. Now your credit's bad because you did 2 credit reports in the last 20 minutes. Okay, shit, dude.
I would know the credit report in a minute, but it's not that bad.
Are you the next time that you talk to this girl, are you going to tell her that?
No, I'm not going to contact her ever again.
You're just going to leave her dust in the wind like that?
Well,
Hashtag Blue Oyster Cult?
That's the right band.
that's Kansas.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
That's fish.
That's not fish.
No, bro, that's fish, man.
No, I'm not. No, that's, now that I know what it is, I don't want to. She's crazy.
Yeah, if it was like
You're just
her,
gonna
if
ask
it was
her?
like a missing persons report, then I would try to contact her. Like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, we're trying to get.
That's
all
why I
this
asked. I was like, is she like?
Well, it was
in a-
weird the way that she opened it up. She's like, is everything okay with her?
Yeah, and I was
it's
like, is
what
she
a weird question to
fucking
ask.
dying?
Yeah, that seemed unprofessional to me. That's why I was like, this. That's why I asked you guys if this was fucking real or not.
No,
No, that's
it
real.
was real, yeah.
He was in the prod studio.
Okay, yeah, you're pointing at him. Like I don't believe either one of the shits that you guys say ever.
No, I swear.
Yeah,
No.
dude, this is my alibi right here. Yeah, right. The guy that pranked his dad about
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
going to jail.
If I'm your
But have
alibi,
you've never been in a situation like that
Well,
where like someone signed you up?
I have. So I had a couple people. My buddy Enchilada Eddie, super dope dude. Nothing happened, but we weren't making a lot of money at the radio station, so he would get a check advance. So once you get your check, then you have to give him 20% or whatever.
Yeah.
But he would put me on, and every now and then, like after I left to move to Boise, like I'd get a call from hey, Eddie, whatever his last name was, like he put you down as like a contact for him, and that we can't get a hold of him because it's just like a check to cash type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but then my uncle who used to beat my aunt, fucking UFC fighter, Frank Trigger, dick. Yeah, he used to do that all the time. Like I used to get like random ass phone calls from Nevada, like, hey, we have a loan out for Franklin Trigg or whatever, and you're on there as a contact. My dad's gotten it a few times. But yeah, I don't. If it was a loan thing, then you don't worry about anything. You don't got to pay it back or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
But I've had that, dude. People in Las Vegas do that. I'd never even heard that before. Like they used to do it. Yeah, the same dude, Frank Trigg, used to do it to my dad all the time. Like he got put down for a loan contact.
That's so
Stupid,
weird, man.
do you have the name of someone we can go rough up if you disappear and don't pay us? Sure. Mijo Schlesinger.
What about you?
yes,
Has that ever happened to you?
Not this particular story of what you're talking about, but I did recently find out that my girlfriend has been listing me as her emergency contact, which I'm fine with, but I don't have her parents' phone numbers or anything like that. I would have to contact them.
Have you talked to her parents since they dipped for that dinner? After that dinner one time?
I've been with her like when she's talked to him on FaceTime or.
But she didn't even ask you to be an emergency contact?
No, she was just like, yeah.
See, I find that weird too, because every time I've like had to list someone, I call them
ask.
first because I'm like, are you willing to like take the phone call like Pete's dead? Like you need to call his family. Because my mom was a teacher. No, like because my mom's a teacher, she's not readily available on the phone.
Right.
My dad's older. Like sometimes he just can't find his phone for a whole 2
It's in
days.
his hand.
Yeah. But like, so it's always like my younger friends, or like usually it's a brother and a friend.
Yeah.
So like I switch up my brothers on different forms. And then it's always like another friend. And I always ask first, because are you willing to take the phone call? Like Pete's head is off his body.
Jesus,
you know,
Christ.
or you know, like
Jesus.
Is that how you plan on going out?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just driving my car right off the Ross Island Bridge.
And that's what takes your head off? What takes your head off?
Yeah, dude.
Going right through the windshield.
Clean cut? Are you talking clean cut, or are you like all messed up?
I don't know. Some Final Destination stuff. I don't know.
Dude,
I always skip over that. Should I not skip over that part of putting down an emergency contact?
No, I think it's...
They never have said anything. Because like I'll be like, I don't fucking care. Like I used to put down my pops, but I don't think I've put down Amanda for anything. That's an interesting like.
Yeah, no,
Hey babe, I do have her parents' contacts and shit just because she puts me down.
Right.
She has my parents' phone numbers, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't even
dude.
know who my emergency contact is.
No, mine...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we can't put down our parents because they live out in a different place.
Yeah.
I hate to. Like I'm putting down Phil Becker, dude. Hey, Huggie died, dude. You could call his parents.
Well, I mean, if you're dead, that's not really an emergency anymore. Like an emergency is like, hey, Huggie had a heart attack. This is an emergency. We're trying to save his life.
I think someone still needs, regardless of the situation, someone needs to be notified.
Like if someone's dead, then it's not as like pressing. You know, you can take a second.
Take a stop. Take a second.
Because it used to be someone that I knew in Boise, like because I lived there.
Was it ever me?
Well, I only knew you in Boise for like 9-10 months.
So what you trying to say?
It wasn't you.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that like I live here, one of them is Ben because he's in Seattle. He's super close.
That's 3 hours away for an emergency situation.
But he knows he has every single one of my family members' phone numbers. He could get down here if he needed to.
In 3 hours, I'm offended.
Yeah, dude, you have a fucking clay bird right next to you, fucking perching on your couch.
Yeah, well, he wants to call me on the goddamn podcast for likes.
He stopped after you got mad about the fourth one. Man, dude, you wouldn't.
It's just fucking annoying. Like when we call out his stutter, he goes,
"You stutter?"
He goes, and then he's
when I
like,
get excited, I stutter.
And then you call him out, and he's like,
I call myself out when I stutter. I'll go.
I got to nominate you paying attention to your stutter.
It's rare and far between.
But it's rough, man. It comes in like a.
Dude, when it comes in, it's like a plane trying to stop. It's like.
Holy shit, dude. More you know.
Yeah. Stuttering.
All right.
Stuttering clay bird.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Damn.
Like I
think you guys should have each other as a safety net. I'm gonna put Mijo down for everything now. It says here Daniel Amsden opened up a credit card for $10,000. Dan got a new apartment downtown, and you're the co-signer. And not sure how you didn't know.
See, that's the shit I'm worried about. Because like, if they co-sign something with my name on it, and they like somehow forge a signature.
Yeah, what's the first thing?
Yeah,
what's the first thing you do
sign.
at a day? Don't you just fucking pull out your ID and be like, check out my ID? No.
Or just like anything. Phone. It's like, look, I've clearly been in Oregon for a long time. There's no way that I went down there and signed that code.
Still fucks up my credit score. Like,
He'll be fine on this.
yeah. No, I know.
What's her name?
That chick didn't even.
Huh?
What's her name?
That chick didn't even know how to fucking do her job properly. Like, dude,
Is
everybody's
she okay. Why are you concerned? You're trying to get your loan paid back.
Is she all right? Because we've been trying to contact you for. That's the thing is they've been trying to contact you to ask her if she's okay because they want her to pay her loan.
Yeah, for 2 years, and I haven't answered for 2 years until now.
Damn.
I'm like,
You still didn't answer, but you called him back.
yeah.
Damn.
Something I want to talk about
Okay.
is slavery.
What
Modern day slavery.
Oh shit! Like sex slaves?
No, like government slaves. So we're on day what of the government shutdown?
I know.
27.
27th day. So just to be clear, if I was working for the government and I was not getting paid for 27 days, I'm not working for 27. Like I'm not working.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting paid, and that's exactly what Mr. Hamburger is ordering these certain government workers to do. He's saying go back to work without pay, which.
Does that mean he's
That's
not getting paid either?
No, he's getting paid.
Oh, of course he's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much he's worth? I looked this up the other day.
Is he worth more than Jeff Bezos?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a fucking bummer.
He's worth $3 billion. 3.1 or 2 billion. But still, B.
Yeah.
It's got about as much as Oprah.
Dang,
I think
dude.
Oprah has a little bit more.
Yeah, dude. Oprah's the fucking G, buying people humpback whales and shit.
Look under your seats. Everyone's got a new puppy and a new Mercedes.
Oh shit! Made live by Mercedes, but that's fucking. So, is this the reason why, like, government workers? Because I'm stupid and was publicly school educated. Is that why TSA is all fucking weird right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did notice that like there wasn't barely any TSA people when I flew to Boise last weekend. Like there was like, but nobody was at the airport, so there was like one person, and they didn't really tell me. They didn't tell me taking my shoes off.
Yeah, because they're like,
Yeah, they didn't tell me nothing. Like I could have brought a fucking shit ton of drugs.
well, that's
on
what
the
happened
plane.
in Atlanta. Some lady flew from Atlanta to Japan with a fully loaded pistol,
Oh. See, this
and
is
she
making me
got
nervous.
to Japan, and they were like, "You need to get back on that plane. You're not coming into Japan."
Mhm.
And she's like all pissed.
You know how
It's like, you're pissed?
I figured this out. Lars Larson brings his gun on the plane. How does he do it? I'll answer this question right now because he says that it's an emotional distress pistol. I talked about this with Lars earlier. He's like, that's not a bad idea.
Wrong. Yeah, so I think it's day 27.
27.
Damn, 20. Because Obama had a shutdown too, but it was 17 days
17.
because of the healthcare thing.
But let's be clear. The whole reason that Obama shut down the government was for healthcare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
But
not
dude,
get it
that's
twisted.
a positive
Shut
thing.
it down for healthcare or shut it down to put up a wall to keep out these imaginary bad people?
So are there a good amount of people that aren't going to work right now? Like aren't going back to work? Like
Yeah.
would we say like 50% of the people are still working?
I
Do they get
heard-
repaid after all this shit? Or
Yeah, he just
They get
signed a bill
reimbursed?
this morning that they're going to get back pay as soon as the government opens up again.
So you're
The
gonna-
problem is, like, yeah, I'll get back pay, but the mortgage is due now.
Yeah.
And I don't got the money now. Like,
Yeah. You're
Right.
you're
Rent,
messing up.
rent's still due on the first.
and
Trump.
I was watching one of the finance committee, like his speech, and he was like, Trump asked for $1.2 billion for the wall. The House approved it. The Senate declined.
He's got it. He's got $3 billion.
So he said Trump then came back and asked for 5 because he needed more.
It needed to be a few feet higher, he said.
And then we declined. So he's like, the shitty part is, like, you had the deal for your $1.2 billion wall, and your whole team said no, and now this thing falls on you because we're not giving you the 5. We agreed to the 1.2, and now this falls on the whole administration and the Senate because now it's a Democratic legislator, and it's like, we're not doing it, man. Like, we told you. You had the deal. You lost the deal. You're a bad deal maker. It's fucking...
It's the art of the deal.
And then on top of it all, like, Clemson gets hamburgers
Oh my God.
because
It wasn't just hamburgers. I saw Wendy's in there too.
Yeah.
That picture.
They had Wendy's, Pizza Hut, McDonald's,
Burger King,
Burger King. He was like, all American.
All American. You know what else is All American? Taco Bell. Taco Bell wasn't there.
Damn. I would have.
You know why?
Speaking of Taco Bell,
Because he's racist.
that was a bell.
What?
That sound?
Taco Bell. He rang a bell.
Oh.
Trying to be clever.
It's called a pun. It's called being
It
punny.
was punny.
Yeah. So
So I'm just happy we don't work for the government.
but slavery. I mean, it is like to demand people to go back to work. I'd be like,
But you don't have to, right? Like, it's like, just because he's demanding you go back, like,
Well, no, yeah, it's not going to chop your arm off.
Camera!
or anything. No, I would be like, no.
he's
they
that,
could
he's
fire
that,
you.
he's that close to fucking starting fucking. You know what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen of America? We need to start decapitations for people that don't come back to work for the government. If you don't come back for 2 weeks, you're off with your hands. Don't come back for a month, off with their heads. Am I right? Huge.
Jesus Christ.
That's close. That's close to what he's about to start doing.
Dude.
But yeah, they're saying that it could be more costly than the 2013 government shutdown, which was about 800,000 employees. So it's almost 1 million people that aren't working right now. That's TSA.
And that's like TSA, post office.
Like some of his Secret Service, like lower level Secret Service, aren't getting paid, but they still got to protect them.
I'll be like, dude, I'm doing this for money.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
So
Listen,
with
make
back
sure you
wages,
protect. Make sure you protect me, and I'll give you a McDonald's hamburger.
with back wages and benefits that are going to need to get paid out after they're looking at over like $3 billion.
Damn,
they don't have their benefits right now either. So like if they want to go to the doctor, they're
Nope.
Yeah, what if one of their kids is fucking sick?
People aren't getting
so trash.
There's if you go to Kamala Harris's like Twitter and her like Instagram, there's like people who are like, I can't even get my inhaler for my asthma.
But think about like diabetics, like insulin.
They're not getting. Yeah, no, there's diabetics who can't get their shit.
Damn.
People could be dying in America because Trump wants a wall.
Fucking wall. And then what happens when he's not president anymore? You get what is he doing? You know,
Here's my deal. How far is the wall going to go into the ocean? Because I'm just thinking about like the basic, like where the land meets the water. Is that where the wall stops? Because guess what?
they're gonna swim around.
Like, and what's this wall going to be made out of? Like the wall's not going to do anything. It's not going to stop people from coming here. It's just another obstacle. It's like, dude, I paid a coyote $10,000 to get me here. And we walked 3 days through the fucking wilderness and crossed the river. You think a fucking wall is going to stop me?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Damn.
It's just frustrating. It's racist.
Yes.
It's racist for one, and two, it's just like modern day slavery, asking people to work for free, which like we already have a slavery issue currently in this country.
Do you mind just like coming back to work? Can't pay it yet, but
Yeah. Because even like
like you said, we got some Big Macs in here.
like prison reform, like they're
On
trying
me.
to
We don't got any money for you right now, but we got tons of Big Macs. Shit. Wendy's, no talk. You guys got any those quesadillas with the Chipotle sauce on it? No Taco Bell.
Dude, just for the record, the only thing that's good at Wendy's or about Wendy's is
The bacon.
the person running their Twitter.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
only good thing that Wendy's
You don't
has.
like Wendy's? They're Frosties.
Hate
The
Wendy's.
Frosties?
Their fries are my favorite fries.
Dude, if someone said the only thing that you can eat for the rest of your life is Wendy's, I'd be like, kill me.
Don't fucking lie.
Yeah,
I'd rather
you're
eat
fucking
my own
lying.
They got
shit.
everything, and they're square. I don't like the round. You know, like
No,
Always
they're
fresh, never
Frosties.
frozen. Yeah, right.
They're
Well,
Frosties.
Yeah, right.
Come on, prove it.
Yeah, prove it. You get it to what, 31 degrees?
No, I'm
instead of
telling you,
32?
prove it. Let's
Oh.
call them right now. Call Wendy's.
But Frosties, their spicy nuggets are pretty dope.
Yeah, Frosties are dope. I do like their fucking. They used to have those Baconators, but I used to have to
Crap.
travel for miles to fucking get a Baconator back where I lived in Beach,
Now you're
Illinois.
across the street.
Yeah, right, dude. Now you fucking right across my way. I just gotta. One time we ordered Wendy's, and it was only like 3 blocks away. We Postmated it. It took 40 minutes and cost us $40.
That's some rich people shit right there.
It would have
Postmates.
cost me $7 and a fucking nice little exercise down to the walk, but no, didn't do it. 40
I've
bucks.
used Postmates one time, and I fell asleep while they were on the way and didn't get my Postmates and still had to pay. And I was like, fuck this shit.
That guy just had a fucking free meal. He's like, I ain't going back. My kids need
Yeah.
that.
Where was it? Were you living? Were we living together already?
It was either in this house we're in or the house. No, yeah. It was this house. Yep.
This is this house.
Fell asleep. Damn it.
Well, shit.
What else we got?
Kenny Kobe?
Oh, I haven't told you guys about this yet.
Oh,
So
shit.
I'm you guys make fun of me for the make a puddle thing, but
Who's making fun of you? I'm trying to do it. I just fucking lazy.
it's catching on.
You guys we had one person do it, and she's in the building.
Who?
Taylor.
No. See, that's what I'm about to tell you. You guys don't know this yet. I am currently in a 21-day challenge with my friend and friend of the podcast, Carlos Dillard. I don't think he's been on since you've been with us.
See, does he live out here?
He lives in Seattle. And
What's up, Los?
Lowe's? Is that what you're calling him?
Yeah.
He's got a podcast with his husband. It was called Kicking It with Chris and Carlos, and it was like KKK, but they're advertisers. They're both black, so it's like ironic and funny and shit, I guess. And then punny, yeah. And then their advertisers were like, "Hey, can you change the name?" So I'm not 100% sure what they changed the name to. But the whole deal is at the end of, because he likes to run. So we started out with miles to see who could run the most miles until by February 1st. But then but then I messed up my ankle and I couldn't run as much. So we changed it to whoever could burn the most calories. So like I could be on the bike. It has to be something like you can measure, you know? And so whoever has the most calories, whoever wins, or the loser, whoever has the least amount of calories by February 1st has to put an episode of the other person's podcast on their
So
platform.
do they got a big clout? You better win that shit.
Yeah, they got a big clout. I'm gonna win. I'm confident.
How many calories are you ahead? Do you know?
I don't know how many exactly, but I do know that
You gotta
I'm
have
ahead.
somebody else like, hey, you gotta put it on the board, dude.
That's why we have to log it through Insta. So like anytime like I do log some, not miles but calories, I always post it up on my story.
Because I could lie to you right now.
No, I log it.
Was Taylor in on it too?
No, she's just inspired. Cause I'm an inspiring person.
Whoa.
Inspire people. Make a puddle.
So what are you at right now total?
Total, I don't know.
So how many more days though?
Until February 1st.
Okay. How was the 21? Did you start late?
We started on, so the 21st day is February 1st. So we started on like the 12th, whatever day.
When do we start our challenge?
When do we start our challenge?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bennett came out fucking hyping it up and then he disappeared. That's what Bennett does.
Bennett was talking about, did he mention this to you?
So we
So
need
Creed
about
2
4 people.
Yeah, Creed 2 is coming out like middle of February. And there's like a Creed 2 challenge, I guess. And it's the guy that trained Michael B. Jordan, like his trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like doing the routine that he did to get him in shape for the movie. So it's 30 days or some shit like that.
Yeah, so we were going to try to do it. Bennett had all the equipment and stuff. So we were going to try to do the 30-day challenge, but then we haven't talked to Bennett in a week and a half. So.
He does disappear.
He does.
Don't tell him where he's at right now.
Oh, sorry, dude. I'd love to start it, but I'm in Guam. And it'd be tough for him to do, too, because at the end of the month, at the end of February, he's got to fucking, he's got to go to Hawaii with Ice and Mojo.
He's going to Italy.
Yeah. So he's
In
not
April.
in. Me and you just got to do it.
Well, we got to find the challenge first.
I couldn't find it at all. After I typed it in, nothing came up. As Creed 2 came up. We'll figure it out. Anyway, good job on making a puddle, bro. I'll get back into it one day, but I'm fucking lazy as shit right now.
Not
I'm
today.
about to go make a puddle after this.
All right.
All right, cool, dudes. Well, this has been a great podcast. Don't be a slave, and have a great day.
Happy birthday, Betty White.
Happy
Fuck yeah!
Don't put someone that you don't trust as your emergency contact.
Yeah.
What did we learn today?
And fuck slavery. All right. If you want to find us, TSITR podcast on all socials. If you want to email us, same thing at gmail.com, TSITR podcast. Personals, it's Claybird.
Magic Mijo.
I just farted. It's me, Huggie.
His handles, I just farted.
I just
I
farted.
just farted.
All right.
I just farted. Who do that? Thanks, dude.
See you nerds next week.